It's time for some spring cleaning! I've mentioned before that I keep my entire doll collection at my parents' house because I live in New York City and my space is minimal. But of course, because I do things where I go to other stores here in the city and pick things up, or I'll have something ordered, it comes here because I don't want my Italian American parents to call me, "What are you spending your money on? What is that?" Oh, and also my dad has the same name as me, so it's happened in the past where he's accidentally opened up my own mail that is sent to my address that I grew up in. Now I have a big problem because I just feel like there's a lot of dolls in this house that I need to get rid of, and some that I need to send over to the rest of my collection just to clear out. I have lived in this apartment since summer of 2021, and there are dolls in this house, in this apartment, that have been here probably since around then. Today's task is going to go through everything that I have doll-wise in this apartment, and we're going to play the little Schitt's Creek game of
keep or sell.
Well, those are...
Keep or sell. Keep or sell.
Sell them.
So, let's dive into it. Oh God. It's worse than I remember. Oh my God. So, yeah, I have a problem. Okay, so my goal for today is to talk myself through everything that we've got and hopefully eliminate at least half of this. Wish me luck. I guess let's start with all of the out-of-box ones. I'll talk through like what I have gotten and where. So immediately, first one I'm grabbing. This is Perfume Giving Ken from 1984. And I picked this up at the Museum of Nostalgia on a little haul of a bunch of vintage Kens. Some of those survived. Some have already been sold. Now, is this my favorite Ken I've ever seen? Looking at it, no. And I think I already know. Sell. Next, we have a rough Barbie movie Ken. Now, this is going to be actually a fun fact. This doll is one of the ones in the Mojo Dojo costume. And the costume from this is one of the new Ryan Gosling Ken dolls, the ones that actually look like Ryan Gosling, that I rebodied and reboxed the Mojo Dojo of, and you will see that later on. I don't need this. I think I just put it all together just so it all stayed together. So this, sell. Okay. We've got a brunette, totally hair Barbie. This needs some TLC, but I really fought to get this at the price that I did, and I kind of got it because I already have a blonde totally hair Barbie. The totally hair line is a line that I kind of wanted to complete. I think that she is going to stay with us for now. This is another Ken that has, I think this is Hawaii Fun Ken. Based on that shirt, the shirt's kind of a little more Florida-ish. This was another Museum of Nostalgia pickup. I don't know. Would you keep this? I kind of love it because this outfit's so gay. This is so, like, 1989 gay man in Miami. Oh, South Beach. This is also one of my favorite Ken faces. So, but do I need him? No, I don't need him. So he's gonna be sold.
Sell them.
Sorry, Ken. Oh, yes, this fabulous bitch. And I'm immediately saying I am selling it because this thing has been such a disaster to, like, just keep everything together. It is, and I redid her hair. I cleaned her hair. Now her hair's already a mess again. But this is Ski Fun Barbie or Winter Fun Barbie or whatever it is. And what I picked her up, and because I was like, wow, I'd never seen this before. And I was like, she looks like an absolute psychopath. Imagine somebody skiing down, like, I used to go skiing every year with my family. Now, just imagine seeing this person with these hot pink skis and hot pink ski poles in this all white outfit skiing. I don't think I've ever seen somebody in an all like white skiing outfit. I love her. I think she's amazing. I don't need her though. So she's gonna get sold. Now we've got one of the live action Ariel dolls. Because this is actually the dress I like better than the dress that she usually wears throughout the entire movie. I have one of her in those. I'm gonna keep her. I'm gonna keep her just because I have 3 other live action Little Mermaid dolls. And this at least represents this costume. So then I have one of like the few costumes that she has. Oh. I had this as a kid, and this used to come around with me a lot as a kid. I loved this Aladdin doll. And it was from a company called Applause, which growing up, this store that my mom used to take me to always had Applause toys. And they made a lot of like the little like figures, if you guys remember, those just like little plastic figurines of characters. Now, I didn't have this one, and this is so ugly. I'm keeping Aladdin for my own nostalgia. This, though, selling. Many moons ago, 10 years ago, I was a big Monster High and Ever After High collector. And actually, I collected Ever After High dolls before Monster High because I love the concept. And so this kind of would represent a time in my life where I did collect these. I still have my very original 2010 Frankie. She's out of box, but I still have her. And I have a gem from 1985, and those are kind of my, like, Chris used to collect these, but still appreciates the fandom. So I'm going to keep her because she's going to kind of be, like, the representation in my collection of, at one point, Chris collected Ever After High dolls. I'm so pissed off at myself because I actually had every signature Ever After High doll, and I kept them all in box until there was a flood in the house. And I opened them all, and then they all went missing. So I don't know what happened to them. And I'm very mad because I was like curious and I looked up online how much a lot of Ever After High dolls are going for now. And I was just like, damn. And I got rid of a lot of my Monster High dolls, most of them when nobody cared about them. So I sold them for like nothing. I'm going to start with some of these. Okay. So we have an Earring Magic Barbie. I really wanted this because I love the costume and I think she's so pretty. However, and this is why I don't like buying online, and I kind of wish now I didn't. I'm really disappointed how the packaging looks, and I'm going to sell her just because of space. It's because I would rather have this be in better condition in box. So I'm so sorry, Barbie, but you are going to be sold. The Kira doll. My best friend's name is Kira. And when I found out Barbie had a friend named Kira, I was like, what? Kind of like, as also like a little bit of a joke to say to my friend, like, now I'm never without a Kira in my life. And you know what? Because I said that, I'm going to keep her. You know I'm keeping this. I'm getting rid of a whole bunch of the other Kens in my collection, so I might as well keep one. And if I'm going to keep one, it is going to be Earring Magic Ken. I got this on a really good deal because these are going for a lot ever since the Barbie movie. Do you guys remember the Barbie movie? Oh boy. All right. We got a Rosie O'Donnell doll. Rosie O'Donnell was a big part of my upbringing. These don't go for a lot, but it's so fun. I love celebrity dolls. I think it's such a weird concept that sometimes certain celebrities do get them. But like, we gotta remember, Rosie O'Donnell was like such like a staple of like 90s afternoon television. So it does make sense that there would be like a Rosie O'Donnell with Barbie, because a lot of kids watch the Rosie O'Donnell show. Hello. All right. We've got a 35th anniversary Ariel doll from Mattel. And I think this is really pretty. I was really nervous about Mattel when they decided to start doing the dolls again from Disney when they got the licensing back. First, they kind of were coming out like kind of iffy. And then this one, actually, looking at it, I do like her. I'm going to keep her around. A 35th anniversary brunette Barbie. Again, another Museum of Nostalgia pickup. I kind of picked her up on a whim. I don't know if I care that much about the black and white swimsuit. I appreciate the history of it, but like, I've had like the Silkstone of this when it was like for the 75th anniversary of Mattel. This is not a necessity. I don't need this. You guys watched my Las Vegas video. You saw that I picked this up at the Toy Shack. I am absolutely keeping this. This was one of my grails. This is something I really wanted. I love this doll so much. She's so beautiful. So she is staying. Another one I picked up. And I picked her up because my friend Meridian, who was with me, was like, oh my God, Chris, she's so pretty. I love her. And I was talking about how I remember the commercial for this doll. I think that it is really pretty, and it was so exciting to find this and pick her up. But because I am trying to clear out, it was very nice having you for the few weeks I did. You are beautiful, and somebody else will love you. That Barbie movie Ken you saw before, this was the actual doll. And I did redress him to the Mojo Dojo Ken. I have some Barbie movie dolls. I don't have a lot. I'm gonna hold off on you. You're just gonna stay here for now. So this is the Enchanted Elegance Ariel, which is beautiful. I think she is so chic. Her eyelashes are actually not that perfect. And, you know, as much as I love the packaging that they did on this Ariel doll, it's a little big. I don't know if I want to keep it or not, because, I mean, like, I picked her up because I thought she was beautiful. I already have so many Ariel dolls, and I have that 35th anniversary Ariel doll. I don't know if I need more of modern day Mattel Ariel dolls. I'm thinking about the space I have. And with this collection, I'm not sure if I'm going to get any of the others. I can say goodbye to her. We got some Britney Spears dolls. These were dolls that I, like, in general for Britney Spears dolls, because I'm a huge Britney Spears fan, I kind of was just like, oh, I don't know, because, like, if I get into collecting the Britney Spears dolls, I know it's going to be nonstop because there's so many. And my friend Sage, he makes really great custom Britney Spears dolls. He's actually giving me one of his coming soon. And I just don't know. Well, why I like these two is growing up, I used to watch Time Out with Britney Spears all the time. And it showed 3 videos for Baby One More Time, Sometimes, and You Drive Me Crazy. And it was such a formative part of my childhood. For nostalgia purposes, actually, I am going to keep them, and I think that they're going to look nice with the other Britney Spears doll. The only other Britney Spears doll I have is her in her school uniform, which I find very basic. I think that this will kind of even out and kind of be like, this is like the first era of Britney Spears. I'm going to try to not get too crazy because, you know me, I'm crazy. We've got a live action Cinderella doll that I picked up. I think it's one of the best live action dolls of a character I've ever seen. I got her because I sold my entire collection of the Disney Store live action Cinderella dolls for space. I am going to keep her. We've got the David Bowie Barbie. Knowing what we're going to be doing with, like, the celebrity dolls in my collection, I think I am going to keep this Barbie. Actually, maybe not. I don't know. It's looking a little janky. And, like, Ken, I'm going to hold off and, like, really think about it. So this, I'm definitely not selling because the deal I got on this, even though it is in the completely incorrect box, this is something that I think every gay collector needs if they're a fan of this person, of course. This is an Integrity Toys RuPaul doll. It's so good. It's so amazing. These are going for like $300, $400 that I keep seeing. I got this for a lot less. And it's going to have to be taken out of the box. It's going to go into my glass curio cabinet. So this is based on Supermodel of the World. Yeah, keeping you. So we're going to start with Cool Teen Shelly. I don't really collect the Tycho Little Mermaid dolls, but this was a gal that I always kept looking at because I kind of love the concept of Tycho creating their own characters to sell more toys of for the Little Mermaid. And, you know, Pearl ended up being on the Little Mermaid animated series. I kind of love this Ariel, this one. So maybe I'll get that too. Yeah, I'm going to keep Cool Teen Shelly. So first I'll talk about, I got 2 of these by accident. This is all the Tropical Splash Little Mermaid collection. And so these are the Erics that I got. I don't like that he's looking to the side. I like that he's facing forward in this one. So this immediately selling. The 1997 Little Mermaid dolls are kind of ones that I want to collect as much as I can of, because that was such a core time in my life as a kid, and I loved them. And Little Mermaid she's my gal. We've got two of her sisters. Atina, for some reason, is in a purple fin and on orange, whatever. And then Arista. So we got them. And then we got our little friend, Kayla, which I love Mattel just having these names just like ready to use for whatever. Because it's like, yeah, Kayla. I don't know why they didn't give her like a name like at least with like Shelly and Pearl, those names are kind of like underwater based because like shells, Shelly. Kayla's just Kayla. Okay. They will make a good staple in my Little Mermaid collection. And then we've got, I have to keep this. I don't know why I even showed the 1997 Little Mermaid dolls when I know I'm going to keep them. Oh God, Chris. Well, because I said I was hoping to get rid of half, I am going to say goodbye to David Bowie Barbie. And you know, Mojo Dojo Ken, I think that somebody who's a bigger Barbie fan than I am, I love how I say that as I'm literally wearing this sweatshirt. I think somebody's really going to love this. So if any of you are interested in any of these dolls, I will be putting them on my Mercari page. I'll put a link in the bio. And if they're there and you're interested, I'm always open to offers. And I hope that you guys enjoyed watching me do a downward spiral, realizing that I'm essentially just Carrie Bradshaw, but with dolls. This is fun. Can't wait to get these out of my apartment. Don't forget to like and subscribe and comment if you owned any of these dolls, if you want any of these dolls, and see you guys next time.